let's see about crossing.
Says no way, not without me. Glad someone's got my back.
There are timelines in which Little Fuzzy moves mountains for you. In this one, you must block an ocean for him.
Hey, Groot.
He ain't gonna let you leave me.
It's not that. I just want some help up here.
All right, he'll do it.
Heave it, Groot. Just about there.
Sure, they're big enough to block the water, but they're growing in the wrong direction. You're the only plant that grows that fast.
That's great right there. That's why they call me Star-Lord. Hey, if I jump, you can catch me, right?
Guess we'll find out.
That's not very reassuring.
Just don't screw up the jump. Why don't we just leave him behind? Focus on saving Drax. He'll still be here on the way back, and if he isn't...
Groot would never go for that.
What are you guys talking about?
Nothing, buddy. You're a valued member of the team. Red Bar Rocket Go!
Huh?
And Moses.
Are we supposed to know who that is?
Part of the Seas guy?
Oh, with the tentacles, right?
What? No!
Anyway, thanks, Quill. Really.
I was pretty sure he had tentacles.
What do you say, Groot? Now that we got the whole team together?
Absolutely. A dry rocket is a happy rocket.
This is you happy?
Oh, yes. You should see some of the dark versions of Little Fuzzy. Or maybe you shouldn't.
This cramped corridor ring any bells, Mantis?
Pretty sure this is the wet part.
What now?
I thought we just did the wet part.
Oh, it gets worse. Much worse.
Everyone okay?
I'd be seeing stars if I could see anything at all.
Yeah, this ain't good. So, about all them futures where we die.
Has he always been able to do that?
He says he don't like showing off. Thanks, buddy. No, I don't gotta tell him.
Ooh, right. The thing that you tell us in the dark. It's really important.
No, it ain't. Shut up.
You're among friends, Rocket.
It's nothing, okay? Just the lab I was in did tests on me in tubes of water, and it sucked. It really, really sucked.
Sensory deprivation experiments on Half-World. I heard of those.
Ooh, this part.
Okay, anyone else getting really fed up with Little Miss Cryptic? Pretty? Give me a break. So how long do we gotta wander around smashing our shins on rocks?
Imagine it's a metaphor. You're in the physical darkness, and that reflects Green Meanie's mind.
We can double back along Groot's path and then try to find the exit. Groot says stay close to him. At least you'll be able to see.
At least it seems less dark through here, and less wet.
Works for me.
Mantis, anything in particular we should be looking out for?
I'm trying to remember. I think this is where it gets loopy.
There's that creepy fog again.
It's always here. Always. Until it isn't.
What's that supposed to... I don't...
More Hellraisers.
Wait, yeah. But it ain't those Flargnards. It's them creepy eyeball things from the QC.
I'm definitely hearing Hellraisers.
Then you ain't hearing right. It's eyeball things.
Can't tell. It's not clear.
Well, it's clear to me. These ears don't lie, lady.
I think I can tell the difference between Lady Hellbender's minions and some giant bugs.
Mora's gotta be right. We already know Hellbender's goons tracked us here.
What do you know? Hellraisers.
I know what I heard.
It's hide in here! Watch your fire!
place has a mind of its own.
Not mind. Force.
Anyone else getting deja vu?
It all looks the same with this fog.
Well, it don't sound the same. It's them jelly things from Seknar. That explains Stumpy's cousin.
No, it's Novacore. I hear voices.
How can you not tell the difference between monsters and people?
It's not that. We're clearly hearing different things.
All I hear is noise. Too much noise.
Yeah, jelly noise. Shh. What do you mean, shh?
Starguy's right.
Shh. And about what?
There's a new way out.
So it was nothing.
I think it depends. It's got something to do with the freaky fog.
Every time you name an enemy, it has the power to make that enemy appear.
So the key all along was to keep quiet?
Yeah, like that was ever gonna happen.
I saw so many versions of us fighting so many different things, but the source, it's not done with us yet, Guardians.
Yeah, well, let's just keep our eyes open and our mouths shut from now on.
The fog entity has retreated for now. There's no immediate risk.
Yeah, no offense, Bug Lady, but nothing you say means anything anymore.
So the fog is an entity now?
Yes, sort of. Don't be frustrated, little Fuzzy. We're all still alive. That's super rare.
Obviously, if some fog monster's trying to kill us, it means we're getting closer to whatever it is we're looking for.
That kind of makes sense.
And this fog monster can make bad things appear. Maybe the opposite is true. Like if we all say cure Drax, maybe that's what we've been looking for the whole time.
I wish, Starguy, but no.
The one time she gives a definite answer.
Let me guess. Further down?
Only if you want to save Drax and the whole galaxy.
Let me get back to you. Uh-oh. You hear that?
No, what is it?
Rushing water. Lots of it.
Oh, and the odds of you drowning are getting higher and higher.
Okay, one last time! It's mine!
I don't remember this part.
Okay. Look, guys, I appreciate what you all did for me back there with the water thing, but following the bug lady any deeper is officially stupid.
Rocket.
No. Fog monsters? Cave pigs? Wet waterfalls?
Technically, all water.
No, Quill. She doesn't know where we are. She doesn't know where we're going. She doesn't know what we're looking for.
Mantis, are we hot or cold?
Room temperature.
Okay. This is crazy. She is probably crazy. It's not about her. It's about us. I am super proud of us. Because we've never gone this far for anything before.
Oh, this is the one where you inspire them.
Just think about who we were when we started.
Well, you were a two-bit broke pirate who couldn't even outrun a tree.
Exactly. And you were a two-bit bounty hunter. Just as broke as me, just as depraved, self-centered, mindlessly chasing every unit, bar, contract, bank to rob.
I still like many of those things.
So do I. But none of those things are why we're here now, right? You're down here kicking ass for Drax. Not Drax the Destroyer, not Drax the rampaging criminal. Drax, man. Our friend. And Gamora. You've gone to the ends of the galaxy to hunt people, to hurt people, to get revenge in what I can only assume are some excruciatingly painful ways. But doesn't this feel kind of good? Going this far to help someone you care about? Oh, it feels so good. And Groot.
He says you don't have to.
No, I do. Because we all need to learn something from you, man. You never complain. Or if you do, I don't catch it, but I'm pretty sure you probably definitely don't. You're always there for us. And that's what this is about. Us. Growing together as a team, following a crazy lady into a death cave because one of us needs help. Because we are a team. Help, we're a family. We're the fucking Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yay!
Really great speech, Quill.
Why didn't anyone stop me?
You're on such a roll!
It really was one of your better speeches.
Blow 'em up!
These imposters are just gonna keep coming!
It's this damn ball! Put 'em through!
Oh, I can feel the tension building. Find a way behind the statue, Starlight. The evil must be stopped from within.
You get that, Peter?
Yeah. Someone run the statue!
It'll blow up like any bunch of
Rocket!
rocks.
If we just blow the statue from the inside!
That opening's filled with water, Quill. Find me another way in.
Can't we make it create
Rocket!
something
You see
sparkly?
what I see?
Yeah, I can get in there.
Okay, so let's blow this thing to hell!
Don't know how much longer I can hold this off, Peter! Last time someone...
There. How was that?
Did it work? Feels like it should have worked!
Then why are we still fighting them? Us? Them?
The source is half destroyed. Little Fuzzy must finish the job.
Oh, fuck. Guess I didn't get in deep enough. Find me another entry point, Quill.
Watch your back!
Good to see a lively traffic thinking all it takes is one more blast!
No, the water, Quill. I can't. You know I can't.
Rocket!
No! Keep shooting! It's gotta end sometime! That base is in... Ground! Money!
Mantis?
Oh, no!
The only way to save him is to destroy the source of your other self.
What?
The statue! We gotta nuke the statue! Seriously, Rocket! You need to blast it from the inside!
Please, Rocket!
No! I'd rather die shooting than die drowning!
What about not dying? Can that be an option here?
I'm sorry, okay? I just can't!
Peter! Peter! Help!
Oh no!
Gamora!
Little Fuzzy!
What? This isn't my fault!
Last chance, Little Fuzzy!
Okay, look, Rocket! I know!
Shut up, Quill! I know what I gotta do, and I'm just gonna...
Really?
I'm gonna suck it up and do it!
Be careful, Little
You got
Fuzzy!
this, Rocket!
I've seen what you've gone through, Little Fuzzy! Little Fuzzy!
Please work. Come on, Rocket, you can do this!
No,
You can,
I
right,
do!
Mantis?
I see what you
Mantis!
know! And I also know you can do this!
Yeah!
Wow!
Rocket. Check it out. Still not dead.
I can't believe you did that for us.
Hey, friend needed help. Bunch of them. Rocket, man. Can we please just save Drax already?
Warm, very, very warm.
I think she wants us to jump in the hole.
I may not know what we're looking for, but I know it's down there.
Okay, let's finish this, because I sure as Flark didn't get all wet for nothing.
We need to hurry! I can feel the Matriarch lies getting bolder in Green Meanie's mind!
Hear that, Will? Your kid's getting stronger.
Oh yes! This is the place! I was pretty sure we'd find it somewhere down here.
Now you know what we're looking for?
Something sad and sulking, licking lingering wounds.
If it's here.
She's totally gonna feed us to something awful down here. I know it.
Should we expect a fight?
Probably. You guys aren't very good at the whole de-escalation thing.
You're kidding. Even with our prize negotiator over here?
In a very small, fractured universe, Star Guy ends up being as charming as he thinks he is. We're here. Home of the healing light. Source of the cure. Origin of Raker's power.
It's a cocoon?
Told you she was gonna feed us to some giant bug. Or maybe she's the bug, and that's some kind of external digestion sac or something.
Oh, gross. Please tell me Drax is the only one who's got to go in that creepy egg sack.
So the shepherds found fresh flock. Foolish followers.
Think fast, beard butt!
You know not the gravity of your treacherous trespass. You cannot quell a god. Prepare for oblivion, interloper.
Oh, what's this one? Okay, Green Meanie, you're up.
Found you. What wayward wickedness is this?
Nasty uglies from that busted noggin of yours. It's okay, guys, it's him, Aaron Witchcraft. No, wait, Aiden Warsock. Ashley Warsaw.
Adam Warlock?
That's it! The Golden God guy!
Hold on. This guy's Raker's old divine whatever?
Looks pretty good for a dead guy.
Were you not sent by the sanctimonious shepherd?
Us? With Raker? Not a chance. We're trying to shut his ass down.
See? Friends. Okay, big guy, and we go. Come on! All the ones where we die already happened.
Raker's got half the galaxy going cuckoo bananas. Our friend included.
I swapped your ass for a newer, younger blue-skinned model.
So, can you help us? Mantis seems to think he can cure Drax.
My heavenly healing is veiled malignance. A first folly I swore never to repeat.
Can someone translate this guy?
He said no.
What protection I can proffer is to remain reclusive.
Not this time, Goldie. The pieces need to go back together. We just gotta get you all closer to the puzzle.
And that would be...
In here, of course.
Oh, wait, let's talk about...
What the butt?
It's like the beginning of Space Odyssey.
Welcome to the astral planes, Snorlord.
You teleported us?
Oh, no. You're still comfy cozy with me. I just merged your minds.
Merged our what?
I gave no consent to this, Planescaper.
She's not big on asking permission. It's all pretty sure this and fate of the galaxy that.
Don't you get huffy, God Guy. Your gold hands are all over this mess.
What's that supposed to mean? I thought this guy was how we cure Drax.
Cure and cause can coalesce.
Guys? Is that Drax? So we're going into Drax's head. Literally.
Green Meanie's in there somewhere. Find him and convince him to come back to reality.
Mantis, please tell me we're supposed to be going into the bright light.
Pretty sure. You need to reach the heart of Drax's promise. Much deeper than I've ever seen.
Wait, if you've never seen it, does that mean it never happens?
Hope not. Just keep going. And if we lose contact, listen to Amy Winsock.
She means you.
Quite clearly.
Whoa. This is Drax's promise? Mine was a lot less downery.
This is just the doorstep. Poor guy was stuck here, reliving the loss of his family.
Your friend's fear and pain primed him as prey.
What do you know about it, Goldilocks?
More than I mind.
There's the big galoot. That was easy.
This is just an echo, little fuzzy. Part of poor Greenie can never stop digging until he accepts what's there.
You're not the only one that hears that, right?
Thanos.
We got a runner.
After him, Starguy! I don't know this part!
Drax!
Please be something soft down there! Drax?
Not Drax. Thanos.
Bet you weren't expecting a family reunion, hey, Gamora?
I'm gonna enjoy this. Hope the rest of you are as ready for this as I am! Better than therapy!
Maybe still consider therapy. What's with that help? Not so tough after all.
Something's not right.
You fail to fathom the rules of this realm.
What the?
Okay, that's new. That's new, right?
Think I'd remember there being two of him.
Twice the ugly, twice the target practice.
Fortune favors
Hey,
failure.
Goldie, don't suppose you want to lend a hand?
Fight a phantom. Fear given form. It is a futile foray.
He said no.
Yeah, I got that one, thanks.
At this rate, we're gonna be outnumbered.
It's like he can't be killed.
As far as Drax is concerned, he probably can't.
You're giving in to poor Greenie's obsession. Only by letting go can you move on.
Abandon the obsession.
Whose side are you on?
You owe me one, Quill.
I thought I was a goner, man.
Incoming!
Okay, maybe this isn't as simple as I thought.
Oh, it's simple. Keep shooting!
Cut him down, Groot.
We need to end this.
What? Tired of daddy-daughter time already?
Don't make me ask for help.
Oh, crap!
I'm good. Let's get back to it.
That's why I'm here.
It is a destined defeat. that supposed to mean something to us?
Well, Groot's not looking so hot.
I'll enjoy this!
Groot says thanks. And, you know, I guess me too. Will! Ow! Hang tight!
Thanks, Peter.
That's
You
why
ain't
I'm
getting
here.
rid of me that easy.
Don't mention it.
I got all these toys. I'm just dying for you.
Fortune favors failure. Is that supposed to mean something to us? I can't.
Whoa! Hey, what's happening?
That's it! That's why I couldn't see!
Hey, we ain't dead.
Mantis, I think we did something, but I don't see Drax. Mantis? Oh, good. Not creepy at all. Hold up. Look.
I bet I could beat you to the center.
Not so fast, little one. Drax, wait up!
Hey, that's cheating.
I get the impression something doesn't want us to reach Drax.
Maybe Drax doesn't want us to reach Drax. There he is again.
Drax, buddy, wait up!
Forced to follow fools.
Damn it!
I can hear you. You play pawns on a board built by your opponent.
You got a better idea? I'm all ears.
Oh, assuming we ever catch him, what then?
I'm working on that.
Left, little one.
Huh? You can see me?
Friend is too far fallen to be willed back by words.
For someone who's been...
There! Look!
Hey, how did you beat me?
Because I am your father. You've been playing in your mother's garden again.
I was hunting.
Hunting dirt?
No, I chased it, but it was too quick.
Only fools rush forward. A hunter waits. Chooses her moment.
Drax.
Papa? Are you alright?
Drax, come here, it is time to come home.
What the flark is that?
Yes, little one. Your mother waits.
Insidious succubus! Release your thrall!
Not in Kansas anymore.
The fuck are those?
Spawn of shadow! Snuff their source while I widen our
They're
way!
coming from those nests!
Let go of me!
That I might prize our passage.
Careful! These flarkers sneak up on you.
Just keep moving!
Oh, you! Get off those nests!
arches! Prepare to be pulled within!
Hold on to your tails! Don't you dare! I ain't cleaning wood chips out of my fur!
All right?
Define all right.
I think we gotta look at whatever's keeping us from Drax.
You saw simply its spawn.
That black stuff. I saw something like it in my promise.
There will be more. We have merely moved deeper within its domain.
Speaking of which,
Is that?
Drax's wife. I think so. Hovat.
then this must be Drax's home.
You two certainly took your time.
Only fools rush.
Come, my love. Let us go inside.
Drax, buddy.
Your words are wasted wind.
Easy, all right? I got this. Come on, big guy. I know you can hear me.
Why do you haunt me?
We're gonna lose him again.
It's me, buddy. Stormlord, remember? We're all here.
You're stronger than this, Drax.
Come on, you big lug. Don't leave me alone with Quill.
Drax, dinner is ready.
That's not Hovat. You gotta let her go.
You do not know if you ask.
Damn it!
Here we go again.
All right, seek and destroy, just like last time.
Make haste! Your mom means to snap shut. I cannot contain it.
We're working on it, man!
I cannot reach the area while these denizens are alive.
Stop! Move away, Rocket!
Don't pop a blood vessel! I can't wait to tell Drax he's got worms!
Brain worms, no less!
We're working on it, man!
Get ready!
Forget fear!
All right,
Just
that
worry
should
about
do
these
it.
worms!
Or not.
Slice them!
Oh, man! You cut right through that thing! Do your thing, Gamora!
Peter! Maybe hurry up with those nests?
That's the last one!
Endless entropy. Cease this charade.
Not good.
Flarkin' nowhere is where we are.
Maybe it's not all bad. I don't see any new promise, at least.
We are an empty eternal echo. Naked nothingness.
Not helping. Oh, wizard. All right, everyone just split up and look for a way out. Or forward, or whatever.
I lose a bet if I die in a dark pit.
It was alone in a dark pit.
Mantis! A little help here!
Ow!
Rocket!
I tried pinching myself. You and your Flarkin' Earth superstition.
There! Look!
I can't believe that worked.
Let's go. Part of him is still with us, I'm sure of it.
I hope you've got one hell of a speech plan, Peter.
Haven't-
Why are you doing this? Do not leave me be.
You gotta trust us, Drax. We're trying to help.
By destroying my home.
Your blissful ignorance is in ignoble pursuit.
Easy, Shakespeare. We got this.
Come on. You don't really want to stay in this dark hole?
I would endure the depths of Sarduth to be with my family.
Drax, love. It is time to eat.
Look, I get it, man. They seem really special.
They are the only thing that matters. My Hovat was the most fearless maid I've ever known. She brought me peace even during times of war. My Camarilla. My innocent little Camarilla. She was the best of us both. Despite her meager stature, they both were. My family is gone. What sits before me?
I don't know. But it's not real. It ain't good.
It is a perversion, fed by desperation.
Without it, I will have nothing. I cannot be alone again.
You're not alone, man. We're here for you.
We've all lost someone, Drax. But it gets easier if you surround yourself with the right people.
Groot said some mushy stuff. Let's just pretend I said it too. We're a team.
Papa? Are you okay?
Join us, Drax.
It's not her.
Are you hurt, Papa?
Talk to us, love.
I will cherish the time that we had, and not resent the time that we lost. Shall love and honor you both. Always.
How you doing, big guy? You okay?
I am of sound mind, thanks to you all. I owe amends for my lapse in judgment.
Hey, you don't owe us squat. Ain't none of us perfect. It's kind of our thing.
How much do you remember?
Great darkness grew with every lie that I swallowed. The longer I remained with my family, the more certain I became that I could never leave. Quill, your child is in danger. If her pain is half my own, the darkness may consume her entirely.
Not if I can help it.
We gotta be smart about this. There's a whole lot of converted between us and her.
Whole lot of that black blorf, too. And anyone want to tell me why Harry Hobo was able to suck it up?
Morrison, why that thing looked like him.
Because it is me.
Time to go.
Hey, Goldie Braun! Want to get back here and explain that bombshell?
Time is tight and your understanding unimportant.
Can I shoot him? Come on, let me shoot him. That first fight don't count.
Imagine ambivalent omnipotence, drifting in darkness.
Speaking of dark,
Such was my celestial solitude. Power without purpose, until uncovered by Raker. His crew were convalescent. Plagued by a pox, I was serendipitously suited to soothe.
A ship full of sick people just happens upon someone with limitless healing.
We were need and needed, symptom and solace. They worshipped the wonder of my ways and declared me divine.
I think we know where this is going.
I do not know where this is going.
This is the scary part.
As the flock of followers fawned, a dark delight developed deep within me. And in the shadows it spoke. Weak whelps, pernicious priesting, feeble fools, fit for feasting. Hubris made hunger. A cancerous craving called Magus.
What did it want?
Complete devotion. I too heard this voice, and could hear nothing else.
Adulation, flagellation, gorged with grief and consternation.
I told you this was the scary part.
It was pure putrefaction, sown from the seed of my strength. My soul stone gone sour. I resolved to rip it out.
Rip it out? How?
A mechanical marvel wrought by Raker would sever the stone from my skull and excise the evil entangled within.
Translation, you let Raker steal your powers.
Whatever his wayward wander, he was on that day my friend. He swore to separate sanctity from sin, that my healing could yet be harnessed without harm.
Sure, but who's harnessing it?
I'm with Rocket. Raker knew exactly what he was doing. That man's a master manipulator. Damn it! Now you've got me doing it.
I bear no blame for my fallen friend. Our errant experiment all but broke us both.
Then how do you explain how your best bud got his hands on the stone and is now taking over the galaxy?
I cannot.
I think I can answer that. After I rejected my promise, I got pulled into Nikki's. Ko-Rel was there. She was trying to show me something.
Peter, you can't trust anything you saw in there.
This was different, and it felt different. She took me back to the QZ and I saw that Magus thing. I saw it get all twisted up with Nikki and I saw it kill Ko-Rel.
You hear yourself? How'd she show you this if she's dead?
Quite conceivable. Her soul may be snared by the stone, chained to the child.
That's what Ko-Rel said. The three of them are somehow connected. She said Nikki needs to accept her death.
Magus preys upon her pain, manipulates her mind while feeding on her flock of followers.
And I'm guessing it never gets full.
Its appetite is insatiable. If unassailed, Magus will absorb all.
We're gonna need one hell of a plan.
Well, you better come up with it quick, because I see daylight.
The bond between Magus and Matriarch must be broken. It harvests its hunger through the host.
So, Nikki's like the head vampire. If we cure her, it'll free the rest. Why didn't you just say that?
So step 1, find Nikki.
Step 2, convince her mom ain't coming back from the dead.
Step 3, get that stone away from her and mop the floor with that Magus thing.
You show no shortage of assurance.
Yeah, this one's Mr. Positivity. It's enough to make you sick.
The stone is both bondage and bridge for Magus, and a young mind is most malleable. If Magus is merged with hers, she may not survive the severing.
We won't let it come to that.
Not to join the Golden Downer, but how are we supposed to find the kid? What are you... Oh,
What's going...
Lark.
Oh, Flark.
They've got the cortex. They can go anywhere, convert anyone.
We need to go now.
Why does that sound like you're not coming with us?
These are my people. Some still survive if I stay.
Then we'll stay and help.
Go. I'll be where I'm needed when I need to be. Ming. Just trust me.
Don't go dying on me. I'm starting to actually get you. You wanna pop a squat, golden boy? You're making me nervous.
Or perhaps your nerves need gnawing.
What did I do?
This precarious plan proves more meek by the moment. The Madonna was meant to be among us.
She knows what she's doing. Eventually.
Sorry sins I have wrought to wrest me among such a motley crew.
Did he? Did he take my room?
Not so much as a yip from the mud. Groot says he'll keep trying. Where's Mr. Fancy Words?
It is assumed Peter Quill's quarters. It was a daring display of dominance.
Don't you start.
Usually I'd say who needs him, but we do. So you better fix this one, Quill.
Just try not to piss him off any more than he already is.
If it is to be a fight to the death, I will honor the outcome.
If he kills you, I get your guns.
Wouldn't bet on Peter winning that fight. Took all 5 of us to beat him last time.
I still can't believe he caught one of my smart bombs. Just like that.
We have already fought the man.
Hold on. You don't remember?
I remember sparring against the Celestial Madonna in a small village. In the cold darkness of the promise devouring my soul. Until you found me.
Yeah, you missed a lot.
Moore, are you okay letting Mantis fight the church alone out there?
She won't fight. She'll focus on evacuating people. Maybe they can all hide in the caves.
So she's just gonna let the church take over her homeworld?
Mantis would tell you that people matter more than the planet. And she knows that the church won't stop coming until we rescue Nikki.
You have great confidence in this Celestial Madonna.
She's one of the few people I know I can trust.
Really? She freaks me out.
Because she's smarter than you?
And kinder.
Hey, that nickname makes my skin crawl. I'm furry, not fuzzy. Not even that little. Hey, Quill.
You seem like you're in a good mood.
Huh, do I?
I've got a great idea for a new blaster extension. Can't wait to put it together.
Well, now that the gang's back together and we've got a minute to breathe, I think you deserve an official thank you for what you did on Lamentus.
Quill,
I know you don't like that kind of sappy stuff, but I really mean it. Knowing about the crap those scientists did to you, not only does it make my blood boil, it puts everything into perspective.
come on. It was just a puddle.
I don't know if I could have gotten over something like that.
You saved our lives, man. You deserve a bit of praise.
We rode and saved your lives, and scientists were involved. I have many questions.
Yeah, well, save them for the next time we all get a drink together, buddy. Okay, let's make some flarkin' cool stuff. Ding, ding, done. Got a crick in my back because of that.
Glad you're back on our side, Drax. I got a feeling we'll need to go full destroyer on this one.
I shall be ready, Peter Quill. I have witnessed the threat posed by Magus firsthand. No one should suffer from its malignant lies. I owe all of you a great debt of gratitude. It would be my honor to fight beside you with all of my might.
That's a lot of might. Groot agrees with you, Muscles.
Sounds like we've got ourselves a nice church butt-kicking party.
I only hope our guest agrees to join this buttock-striking celebration.
Did you just...
You have closed the refrigerator door.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
I thought I was the only one who ever bothered.
I thought I was the only one.
I observed the tree closing at once.
I don't think that's where Golden Boy went to.
He's in your cabin if you're looking for him, Peter.
I know. Hey, Warlock, open up. This is my room, you know. And that would be my cassette cover.
You penned this pithy poetry?
It's not poetry, it's music. Hard rock. It's supposed to have guitars and bass and drums.
Simplistic scriptures, as is its scribe.
Okay, what's your deal, man? What did I do to piss you off?
Your lamentable leadership allowed the Madonna to leave when we needed her talents to travel to the telepathic realm.
Mantis had good reason to stay behind. We just need to get Nikki and get the hell out so we can find her again.
Your tenuous tactics trust too much to fortune. Can you confidently convince me your meager measures may amply manage this mission?
Yes, absolutely.
Wise words. Sure and measured. But beheld by my bemused misgivings, your demeanor differs distinctly in direction from my more willful ways.
Maybe we can meet in the middle then.
Yes. An oath. Will you own an oath to operate with greater aggression, to give gravitas to gravid seasons of your soul, and struggle not to stand on destiny's icy flows?
Sure, man. Whatever it takes.
Then assert it.
I swear I'll be a good leader. That I'll be decisive and that I won't let Mantis do whatever she wants.
I stand partially reassured.
What about you, Mr. Fancy Words? How do I know you won't see Raker and have a change of heart?
Why would I weasel away?
Didn't you used to be best buds with him?
We were common company for a fleeting fallow, through which I witnessed the incommensurable extent of his sadness. He mourns his lost son.
That's why he's doing all of this. The church, the matriarch. because he wants to get his kid back. But that can't happen, right? Magus can't.
No. Cannot.
So? We can count on you? When you reunite with Raker, that man's gotta go down.
Indubitably.
So, how is he?
Frustrating. It's like talking to Suzanne Harris at the summer dance all over again.
Ain't that the Humie girl you tried to impress with your yo-yo skills?
Yeah, and it went about as well as talking to Mr. Cape.
What's a yo-yo?
I hope Peter Quill has convinced our guest to fight alongside us.
Judging from the tone of voice, he was more annoyed than convinced.
Which one? Quill or Golden Boy? They both sounded annoyed.
Annoyed or not, we have to work with him. We need someone strong enough to keep Raker in check if we want any chance to get to Nikki.
It may be up to us to stop the church in nowhere. You ready?
He's worried about the mutt. Says it would be easier with his help.
I didn't think Cosmo would let the church take over his station, but if they got the Cortex, then...
He is but one canine against the army of the converted.
Guess that explains why we ain't been able to reach Cosmo.
If you don't answer it, they'll vaporize us.
I will handle this communication.
All yours, buddy.
Hail, traveler. Have you accepted the true of a divine promise?
We have. My deceased wife and daughter are with me. To thank the matriarch for her gift.
May the promise be fulfilled. You are clear to land at the spaceport.
All them bars and betting parlors.
And noodle joints.
Maybe it's not as bad as it looks.
I assume it will be worse.
Raker rallies regiments while we wait whistling in the wings.
Landing as fast as I can, Gold. What the flark?
Great! Cocoon Boy thinks he's a butterfly now.
He is a man of action.
Let's just hope that he can keep the church busy while we look for Nikki.
Didn't think you'd be able to bluff your way through security muscles.
I am quite adept at deception.
We're gonna need more than that to get to the Continuum Cortex and rescue Nikki.
Especially with Golden Boy jumping ship. Should we, try to find him?
Time is running out. We cannot lose focus if we are to save the girl.
Drax is right. Let's just hope Warlock can do a bit of damage on his side. You take care of the Milano, okay? Make sure the ship's still here when we come back. Let's do this. Time to save Nikki.
Peter?
Okay. Just be cool. Let me handle these guys.
Welcome, travelers. Have you come to witness the fulfillment?
The what now?
The realization of the matriarch's promise. The beginning of a new world. One without death, or pain, or fear. You should know this. Weren't you vetted and cleared to land here?
What? Of course we were.
How are you not aware of the fulfillment? Something is wrong. These heretics must be stopped. Attack!
How many times have I saved your butt now?
What would I do without you, Rocket? Light him up, Rocket!
Scott Dirt Medic is really complicating things.
Putting him away first will make things much easier.
Drax!
He is free of his madness now!
Don't be sad. Keep punching their scud lights out.
My great strength goes underutilized!
Set it free! Ready! Show him some muscle! Gamora, slice him up!
Wacko's better pray their new world comes without death or pain or fear. Because I'm gonna kill him for flarking up this spaceport.
They have been very busy redecorating.
Scott! Cosmos Tower's shut down.
That's because it's never been dark before. You do realize some of the guys shooting at us were nowhere security?
This does not bode well for the dog.
Never was the Mutt's biggest fan, but we could have used the backup telepath.
If Cosmo is on their side, getting to the Cortex could be a lot harder.
The Church believes they have already won. We must use that to our advantage.
Just because the tower shut down doesn't mean Cosmo is too. Last time we were here, he knocked out me, Gamora, and Drax, and Lady Hellbender's bounty hunters, like it was nothing. We just gotta have faith he's okay.
Really, Peter? Faith?
There does appear to be an accessory stored here.
Kinda dreading what we're gonna see in the marketplace.
The same thing we saw when we flew in.
Yeah, but it'll be up close. Nowhere really stunk sometimes, but...
Flark! Over there!
With so many of them, I thought most nobodies would have rejected the promise.
Everyone wants something they can't have.
Yeah, but these crooks were suspicious of anyone giving them anything for free.
You're right, Rocket. The people who lived here were rough. I once saw someone beat someone else to a pulp because they gave them a compliment. No way they'd willingly join up.
A sword to the throat can be very convincing.
They got Flark and Faith batteries everywhere.
Just like on Hallis Hope.
Perhaps they have built another giant ray gun inside the Continuum Cortex.
To siphon Faith from multiple worlds at once? Is that even possible?
The energy ain't filling these batteries. It's moving away from them.
So they're powering something.
Sure looks like it.
Well, that didn't work.
Clark, I'm going in.
What about the fanatics?
I'll toast them if I see them. We're the only ones who can do this, right? Clear back here, Quill. Looks like you're gonna have to yank a chunk free from this side, though.
If I can find a way over there. Gamora, you should be able to get your sword in there now. Give me a boost.
Let's hope it holds.
Oh, Scott! Not Mantlos. Look at her. This is personal, Quill.
Don't leave me hanging.
Don't suppose we could try tricking them again? Make them believe we're all promised up?
Not unless you can fake that purple glow they all seem to have.
I know how much you love this dive.
It was the one spot in this whole Flarkin galaxy where a guy could feel safe. I mean, except for the bar brawls and the security raids and the bounty hunters.
We'll drink to it later. Right now, we've got to keep moving.
I've been thinking about what Warlock said.
Which part? He hasn't stopped talking since we met him.
About how Nikki and that Magus thing might be too intertwined to save her.
Okay. Gotta make a passage here.
There's been no sign of Goldie Braun since he left from our ship.
Adam Warlock.
Might be splattered somewhere across the lower city.
Or got picked up by a wandering creep squad.
Or maybe he was lying about which side he was on and is just waiting to attack us. And what do we need the Golden Boy for anyway? We were doing fine without him.
I was not fine. Magus was devouring my soul. Your memory is suspect.
My memory is flawless. I'm just an optimist.
Warlock's stronger than any of us. And he's got a pretty good reason to... Okay, I think we got the drop on these guys.
More turkeys dropping in.
They'll be dropping like flies soon enough.
Right, another zealot.
Way to take him to church, man! This looks like a dead end.
For some more than others.
I've seen nowhere this desolated before.
No way. When?
If you wander about early enough in the morning, it is this empty.
Whoa. The Emporium used to be right here. Did the church destroy it? Looks like the church is trying to keep...
Enemies ahead, Peter Quill.
Quietly.
Enemies ahead, Peter Quill. Careful, Peter Quill.
Guys, look down. It's an awful lot of light.
You're thinking it's the full Flarkman, ain't you? But it could just be runoff from the cables. Whatever these whack jobs are up to, they need a lot of juice.
Perhaps this is how they powered their fleet to reach Lamentus.
Nah, the Cortex could handle that on its own.
Nikki had Warlock's soul stone in her hand. What if it's fused there and Raker's trying to remove it?
Like you did with Goldilocks? Didn't work all that well the first time.
The girl may have sensed the evil in the stone and insisted they try again.
Or she's outlived her usefulness and Raker wants the stone's power for himself.
Regardless, we must reach the Undercity to find the girl and stop whatever they are doing.
And we'll have to be ready for them to try and stop us.
Our level of cooperation is invigorating. We've become a formidable team.
Yep, sure have, Drax.
Ain't we just one big, happy Flarkin family?
What are you doing with that garbage?
She's not garbage.
Behold the power of the light! Vaya Magnati! The Guardians of the Galaxy, save the believers and alert the Grand Unifier. The movement must not be stopped.
More jerseys dropping in. That's it. She finally snapped.
Gamora, wait for us!
Nikki! Smash them up, Drax!
Unify us, Groot! Gamora, what's going on?
That garbage doll must have been magic or something.
You have been broken, team!
You just got destroyed by the Destroyer! Toss, Drax! Toss it!
He just went bonkers.
A Kentucky-worthy battle frenzy!
Send it their way, Drax!
Must be a doll thing. I don't know. Hey, that freak's powering up the others.
I am trying to destroy!
The blockhead's amping up his buddies!
We must eliminate their medicinal conduit!
Oh, healing his pals.
Can't do that without a head. Gotta cut that Flar's connection. Don't get hit by the enhanced one.
Somebody swat that fly!
The sorcerer protects the rest!
All the more reason to kill him first.
Our foes laugh as their shaman compels them!
Oh, you Drax!
Face me!
What the fuck, Gamora?
Something has snapped in the assassin!
Not again.
What was that? I was destroying something!
Gamora! What's going on?
We have to protect her!
Throw that, Drax! Breathing room, Groot! You good?
Never better.
Yep, definitely not good. Gamora, wait, hold on a sec.
Why? So more children can be sacrificed in the name of Raker's flarked up church.
Of course not, just
Just what, Peter?
I don't know. Breathe.
Every minute we waste. We don't have time to breathe.
I know Raker brings back bad memories.
This isn't about Thanos. It's about Nikki and what men like Raker and Thanos do to girls like her. Like me. My sister. If I had just been better at protecting Nebula, maybe she wouldn't be dead.
Whoa. What? Nebula's dead? How?
By who? Tell me, so I can find him and shake his Kratak in hand.
By me.
You killed your sister? She is the one you saw in the Matriarch's promise.
That's how I knew it was a lie. The nebula I knew had been twisted into a hateful, vengeful monster thing. One who would never stop unless I stopped her. So I did. I just never expected to survive.
Why didn't you say something?
It's not exactly a conversation starter. Hi, I'm Gamora. I murdered my sister. Can we be friends? Of course we can't. How can you be friends with a monster? Why would you want that on your team? A team I actually kind of enjoyed being on, all things considered.
Well, I hate Nebula, so I actually would have... What? I'm just saying it don't change nothing.
Actually, it changes everything. The most deadly woman in the galaxy just admitted she loves us.
I did not.
You did. You said you were in love with us right after the part about killing your sister.
I said I enjoyed your company.
That is the Catathian definition of love.
Like. I'll give you like. Can we just move on?
Agreed. That's about all the love fest I can take.
We accept you, Gamora Zenwilbury.
Pretty sure we're married now.
This is excruciating.
All right, I'm pretty sure we've all caught our breath. Let's say we go stop a nutjob cult leader.
Yes.
Incoming!
Raker's congregation just lost a member.
These fanatics only understand violence!
Raker doesn't know what he's in for!
I will make him choke on his lies! They are coming at us from everywhere!
Won't stop us from stopping them. Can't even scratch that thing.
Gamora!
I see it.
Well done, you two! A tactfully executed maneuver!
Why are there so many of them?
Because they've been converting
Only four! Well, face the destroyer!
This has got my name on
This
it.
one's defenses are formidable!
So we can forget what I just said, right?
If I buy you a drink, will you tell us how it happened?
Feels like I've been shooting that big butt for hours.
It is as venerable as it is large! What is next, Peter Quill? They are coming at us from everywhere!
And we're gonna stop them every time. Punch them up. Wipe them out.
Gamora, bless me!
Oh, bro.
Gladly!
We're barely scratching
The mechanical
big
beast is running out of limbs!
How do they have this many goons?
With access to the cortex, who knows how many reserve forces they can bring in here. We gotta shut it down.
Let's get to the bridge. Cosmos Tower is the quickest way.
too wide to cross.
Maybe we can bridge the gap.
We keep saying bridge, and it's starting to sound like a made-up word.
All words are made up.
That seems long enough for a bridge.
Unless it crumbles when it falls.
Drax?
I have been eager to topple something over.
So, Gamora,
Really? A fate force field?
if we can find the power source, we should be able to turn it off.
Let's get looking then.
We should be prepared in case the Grand Unifier arrives.
I'm more than ready. That's it, Peter. Let's go. We need to get out of here before Raker shows up.
All right, dead ahead. Let's book it.
Now is not the time.
Guardians of the Galaxy. The Matriarch has chosen to enact the fulfillment from this station. And you shall not stop her.
She hasn't chosen anything. You've been manipulating her from the start.
She is the light. And I am merely her servant.
Kinda hard to be the light with that dark monster thingy inside of her.
Blasphemy! You may have rejected her promise, but you will believe when it returns you from death's cold clutches.
Your pain has pushed you to a perilous precipice, old friend.
How? It can't be. I saw you die.
The form is fleeting, but the foundation remains forever. Now cease this stubborn senselessness before it reaps a ruinous reward.
Ruinous.
Oops.
Okay, we gotta get to that elevator.
Gonna have to use the rooftops.
Rocket! Fireworks!
Fucking snipers! Dastards!
We need to close this distance.
No fair! He's boosting everyone but us! Crap! Now it's Nova!
They're not Nova anymore, Peter.
We approach the Dog's Tower!
Hold on, Nikki! We're coming!
Of course it was easier to get to before.
I can barely cut into his armor.
He's boosting their power.
Our enemies grow. Perhaps this will tell tale of our battles here.
Rocket! Blast him! What the? Coach is choosing his team members!
Let's sever his ties that bind.
He is also dead.
What's next, Peter?
It's a breathing room, Groot! This'll work! We can leapfrog our way back onto the bridge!
Leapfrog?
It's a... Just follow my lead!
Make sure you don't fall off.
We approach the Dog's Tower!
Golden Boy and Uniflarker are still at it!
Although the god stuff wasn't just talk.
We're spinning ducks! Gamora! The billboard!
Good call.
You find more snipers over there. You save me one.
No promises.
Hey, Quill! Want to see some fireworks?
Oh, love it at him, big guy!
Stay away from the edges.
I'll lay down some cover fire to get you across.
Meet your maker!
Chop him up! Well, I guess Goldie survived that jump.
I swear, if Warlock kills Raker before I get a chance.
So many lousy angles to cover.
That just gives us a fighting chance.
Perhaps this will tell tale of our battles here!
Oh, man! Back on Earth, there was just once I'd like to cross this bridge without incident.
You can thank Goldie for that.
The Warlock saved us from certain death!
I ain't scared of Raker anymore. Let's go.
Crap! Now it's Nova!
These soldiers are deadlier than the local
Guys,
security!
a hand.
Oh, crap!
Where? They keep moving.
Burn this traitor that I may bash this
All right,
stone!
I'm good.
That's why I'm here.
Past time someone got stabbed.
Drax! Kick their butts!
We approach the Dog's Tower!
Hold on, Nikki! We're coming! It's like a fruit fly. I can't swat him. Chop, chop, Gamora!
Of course it was easier to get to before.
Freeze! Well, I guess Goldie survived that jump.
I swear, if Warlock kills Raker before I get a chance. Stay away from the edges.
I will toss them to their deaths!
Bombs away, Rocket!
See? We don't need Golden Boy's help.
Is that why you shot him?
Oh, yeah. That was great. Right in the butt. Did you see the look on his face? It was all like, oh, my gilded glutes. Wriggle rear.
His perfect posterior! His
Champion cheeks.
Always knew nowhere would get raided, but not like this. Thought it would be the world mind cracking down on them.
They do have Nova Corps converts in their forces, so you weren't completely wrong.
Cosmo, he must have bribed so many people to keep this place fun.
Ah!